What is JetPack Compose?
JetPack Compose is Google's modern way of building Android apps' user interfaces. Instead of writing XML files and then connecting them to code, you can write everything directly in Kotlin. It's faster, cleaner, and automatically updates your screen when the data changes.
How is JetPack Compose different from XML-based UI?
With XML, you describe the layout in one file and then update it manually from Kotlin code. In Compose, you just describe what the UI should look like for your current data, and if the data changes, Compose updates it for you automatically.
What is a composable function?
A composable function is just a special Kotlin function that can create and show UI in JetPack Compose. It's marked with the @composable keyword so Compose knows it should be used to draw something on the screen. Think of it like a reusable block of UI. You can call it again and again, just like a normal function, but instead of returning numbers or text, it returns visible elements for your app.
What is remember in Compose?
Remember helps you store a value so it's not lost when the UI refreshes. For example, if you're keeping track of a counter, remember makes sure it stays the same until the user leaves the screen.
What is mutable state OF?
Mutable state OF is like a special box that holds a value and notifies Compose when that value changes. When the value changes, Compose redraws the parts of the UI that depend on it.
What is recomposition?
Recomposition is the process where Compose redraws parts of the screen when data changes. Instead of redrawing the entire app, it only updates what's necessary, making it efficient.
How do you handle click events in Compose?
In Compose, you can make something clickable by adding modifier.clickable. Inside the curly braces, you write the code that should run when the user taps on it.
What is a modifier in Compose?
A modifier is a way to change how a composable looks or behaves. You can use it to add padding, background colors, size, or click actions. They can be combined to create exactly the effect you want.
What is launched effect in Compose?
Launched effect lets you run code that can take time, like loading data, when a composable first appears or when certain values change. It runs inside a coroutine, so it won't block the main thread.
What's the difference between remember and remember savable?
Remember keeps a value while you stay on the same screen, but it's lost if the app restarts. Remember savable also keeps the value even if the screen is rotated or the app process is recreated.
How do you create a list in Compose?
You use lazy column for vertical scrolling lists and lazy row for horizontal scrolling lists. They only load what's visible on the screen, so scrolling stays smooth.
What is side effect in Compose?
Side effect is for running code after Compose has finished updating the UI. It's useful for things that need to happen outside the UI, like logging or calling another service.
How do you preview a composable in Android Studio?
You can add the @preview annotation above your composable function. This lets you see the UI design instantly without running the app on a device.
What is composition local?
Composition local is a way to pass data to multiple composables without sending it through every function parameter. It's like a shortcut for sharing values like theme colors or user settings.
What is produce state in Compose?
Produce state lets you create a state object from data that comes from a coroutine or flow. The UI will automatically update when that data changes.
What is remember coroutine scope?
Remember coroutine scope gives you a coroutine scope that is tied to the composable's lifecycle. You can use it to start coroutines safely without worrying about memory leaks.
What is a scaffold in Compose?
A scaffold is like a ready-made screen layout that already has places for an app bar, floating action button, and the main content. It saves you from writing the same layout code over and over.
How do you handle navigation in Compose?
Google provides a library called Navigation Compose to make this simple. You first create a navigation graph, which is like a map of all your app's screens. Each screen is given a route name, kind of like an address. Then, when you want to move to another screen, you just tell the navigation controller to go to that route, and Compose shows the right screen.
What is key in Compose lists?
When showing a list, Key helps Compose know which items are the same when the data changes. This prevents unnecessary redrawing of items that haven't actually changed.
Can we use Compose in existing XML-based projects?
Yes, Compose works with existing projects. You can add a Compose view inside your XML layout or mix XML and Compose in the same app.
Thanks for watching my Kotlin interview questions and answers. If you found it helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe.